Hi everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'm sitting beside my old buddy Suitcase here, and we've been trying to figure things out and count. We're trying to count the number of times the NACI in Canada, which is the immunization task force that recommends everything to the provincial government and the federal governments on vaccines and inoculations, how many times they've flip-flopped on this one vaccine. So we're talking about AstraZeneca, and they have so many people confused. And at first, it was only good for people who were over the age of 65 years old. And then something happened, and they said, oh, sorry, it's only good for people under the age of 55. And then it changed again, and they said, oh, now it's good for everybody again. And then they said, oh, we're gonna take it off the market, and now we're gonna maybe see about giving you a second dose of a different vaccine and and doing it that way. All the while telling you to take the first vaccine you can get because they're all equally good. They're all fine. Also, AstraZeneca's the one that was causing the blood clots that's the ones they were worried about. The United States still hasn't even cleared this by the FDA. This vaccine is still not even cleared, even though it's manufactured in the United States. So there's all this flipping around, and now they just came out again, NACI one more time, and said, hey, by the way, if you got a first dose of AstraZeneca vaccine, we now recommend that you get either Pfizer or Moderna as your second dose, because that will probably be even better, they say, than getting 2 doses of that same vaccine. And it's now gotten to the point where the provinces aren't even listening anymore. They're saying, no, you know what, we're still going to offer it as a second dose. You flip-flop so many times, and now we have all these doses of it in the country that we're not going to just throw them away. We're going to keep them. And people are canceling their vaccine appointments now, all because of what NACI said, which is the exact opposite of what we're trying to do here in Canada. We're trying to get more people so we can open up the borders, open up everything, get back to normal. And every time they open their mouths, people start canceling vaccines. So I wish NACI would just keep quiet. Do their recommendations to the government, but do not hold press conferences anymore. Let the government hold press conferences. We don't need your opinion anymore, because every time you talk, more people get confused and more people get mixed up, and we end up doing the exact opposite of what we're trying to do here in Canada with the vaccine rollout. It's really unbelievable. It doesn't seem that we can go a week or 2 weeks without NACI coming out with a new guideline recommendation for this same bloody vaccine. It's becoming kind of ridiculous now how many times they have flip-flopped on one vaccine. And not only that, now there's talk about, what happens if, because it's not approved in the United States, and now we're talking about when we open the border, it's going to be only for fully vaccinated people to begin with. You're only going to be able to cross the border if you've been fully vaccinated. And it's going to have to be an approved vaccine. Well, what happens if you've gotten AstraZeneca now? Is that going to be okay to be approved in the United States? Now, it is approved by the World Health Organization. And normally the CDC says that's good enough. But will that be part of the regulations? They're going to have to see if they can put that into the agreement between Canada and the United States when they open up the borders. So you can see what people are going, well, now do I have to go get a Pfizer? I have both my doses of AstraZeneca. Do I have to go get Pfizer now to qualify? Or what happens if I got AstraZeneca and now I got Pfizer? What's the United States going to say about that? Does that qualify as fully vaccinated getting one from each because technically I only have one dose of the approved vaccine in the United States. The other one was unapproved. So there's so many questions that they've brought out, that they've thrown in now to the mix, and it's just no wonder that people are calling up and canceling the second they hear AstraZeneca. Hi, what dose am I getting? AstraZeneca. Nope, thank you, click. I'll call somewhere else. And I have to say, it's 100% NACI's fault. 100%. Because every time they open their mouth, they're contradicting what they said the last time they opened their mouth. And it's no wonder people are completely confused. And myself, I would have took any vaccine they offered. Whichever one came first, that's the one I'm getting, because I just want the country to open. I want to be able to go see a movie again. I want to have my family over for dinner. I want to have these things. So I don't care which one they offered me, I was going to take it. But man, they certainly have not made things easy at all. In fact, I think we would have been better off if they never opened their mouths.